Hey, they say it ain't over till it's over.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First play, Watson to the air, eluding the pressure right. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their 2nd possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Watson's throw hauled in by Bell. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Cooper, the man in motion right. From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, it's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To the air yet again, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Damone Clark. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of... ...14 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play there, getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st and 10, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 50, it's Watson.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Tries the right side, and he finds Bell.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And the slot man goes in motion left. Watson on 1st down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he's brought down. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. First down, Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
Hunt going to run for it. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 5 now. Watson.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. Couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, it's Watson. Drops it off for Chubb.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They run again with Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Handoff up the middle. Hunt.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A shotgun snap for Watson. Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Watson to throw. Slant route complete to Bell.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Pollard going to try the right side. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Watson.
Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
To throw, Watson.
The quick slant caught. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you get...
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns.
Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield, and he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And this pass caught by Gray.
A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. McCaffrey is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Second down and goal. Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he completes it to Hunt. And they work this out past the 25. To throw is Watson.
Another completion here to Hunt.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Watson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. High throw, but he makes the catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there.
29 yards. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 22 and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 36 yards.
And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. Able to find Gray here. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Lance now on 1st down. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance finding Deebo Samuel. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. This complete to David Bell. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and very short, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Watson looks to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before half for Lance. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and inches, Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 68 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. We were just saying off air during halftime, could they mount a comeback and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Browns drive about to get started.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson now to throw.
Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Gray. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson.
This caught out left by Bell.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Cooper will come in motion right.
Now Watson.
Into the hands of Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Watson connects with Peoples-Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Watson now to throw. That's complete. It's Bell.
And And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cooper will come in motion right.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Here's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
Lance looking to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Throwing again is Watson. Caught here by Bell. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The York on now for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 9, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Lance now on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find the target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
51 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Again, McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 2-yard touchdown run. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total. I have to admit, I love the excitement of the 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last half of the game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Gold's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Looking to throw right away is Watson.
Buying time to his left. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, it's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play? That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Touchdown, Browns.
Deshaun Watson on target to David Njoku. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here.
they've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
On first down, Garoppolo.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the interception, here's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first down throw, Watson.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Watson on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson.
And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Nothing our score after 1.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
On 1st down, Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most.
And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Steps away to his left.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cooper will come in motion right. Now Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1:50 left to go in the 2nd quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action, Garoppolo. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? On play action, they'll throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. 1 second, all that remains. Flushed out right. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Eluding the pressure right. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson.
Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
21, 65.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 14.
What's the run? Hey, check black 33. Check black 33. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. To throw is Garoppolo. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. 13. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. 180. 54 Get
Right back to use check again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
From the 31, Watson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo under pressure, and they got to him again. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll look to throw. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And this is caught. Jennings. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. The Browns drive about to get started.
CD, this is the ideal situation, the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
2nd down and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Cooper, the man in motion left. And Watson's going to throw it here. Forced out to his left. He's got a man complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, Watson. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racers.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 29, Watson.
Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Watson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Watson. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To the air yet again, Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And now with the play clock getting down, Kevin Stefanski going to take a timeout.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. This is taken at the 18. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A first carry for Rashad White.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check 37. Check 37. Check.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, check it. Check safety. Check safety.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here we go again. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Brady going to go on 4th down.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Four yards remain for second down.
Strip that ball. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check me two.
Brady gives this to White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Here we go now on first and goal. Here's White.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 2, here's third and goal.
Mike 19, Mike 19. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Hey, check it.
Here's Brady.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On first down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left.
Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again is Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Watson looks to throw again. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
York able to send this one through.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A first down run there by Fournette as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go up the middle with White. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. He completes it to Jones.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Switch gears. Check 15. Rim.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Here's Brady to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Again, it's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Take four. Switch.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 66. Watch the whip.
Now Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's a 1-yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
To throw, Watson.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Watson.
Steps away. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Here's Watson.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Second and 7.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. He's got room past the 30, down the right sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unfortunate.